Moonbees and Moondews. My name is Taylluna and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that has been very highly requested and I am so excited. Today I'm going to be talking all about meditation. The mysterious world that is sitting for long periods of time, breathing very heavily. I was actually talking to one of my really good friends, Zoe, last night. Check her out. She's a total babe. I'll put her Instagram right here. I just hit the camera. I was talking to her last night and she, as well as many other friends of mine, always come to me for advice on meditation and just how do I get into it? How do I take it seriously? I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Where can I do it? Blah, blah, blah. All those questions come up all the time. And so I told her last night that I would film this video and get it posted today for you guys because I feel like it would really help her out and a lot of you as well. So make sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button if you haven't already for more videos like this. And let's just jump right into it. Yes. So I'm going to be doing a blog post on this as well as a couple other Pinterest posts. So I'll be sure to leave the link down below so you can have these tools with you absolutely anywhere you are, on the go, all the time. But I'm going to run through kind of what meditation means, the different kinds of meditation, and then my tips for you for starting or for getting into a regular practice that you feel good about and you don't feel like you're doing it wrong, because that is the worst feeling ever. But I will tell you first and foremost, there's no wrong way to meditate. Everyone does it differently, so just learn who you are, learn what you like, learn what works for you. But I'm going to show you how you can learn that. So here we go. I figured I would look up what the actual definition of meditation is, and there are two parts to this definition. So part one is to engage in contemplation or reflection. This means contemplating, so thinking. If you have a big decision to make, if you're not sure about something that's going on in your life, if you have a big question that you need to ask the universe, if you just need some guidance, that is one way that you can use meditation. Number two is to engage in mental exercise is concentration on one's breathing or repetition of a mantra for the purpose of reaching a heightened level of spiritual awareness. This is the more spiritual side of meditation, religiously meditating and just sitting and being present and enlightening yourself. Those are the two different definitions of meditation. Now, meditation can be used for a million and one things, and there's many there's many different types of meditation. So I'm gonna go through the seven main types of meditation with you. So maybe knowing a little bit about each type of meditation, you can kind of pick which one resonates with you more, read into that, research that, get every bit of information you can and just try them, or try all of them, or try 3 of them, just whatever ones speak to you. So let's go ahead and jump into those. The first type of meditation is called Transcendental Meditation, or TM for short. So this type of meditation, the goal of it is reaching enlightenment. This is more of the spiritual type of meditation. It focuses on inner calmness and learning to silence your mind learning to silence your mind when it's really busy. So this is one of those, I'm just gonna sit and kind of breathe out all of my thoughts. Type 2 is called Heart Rhythm Meditation, or HRM. This is a downward meditation. It focuses on energy of developing the application of consciousness. It's concentrated on the heart with emphasis on breathing. So in this type of practice, they use a lot of mantras. And this is great for handling stress and anxiety, as well as just learning to develop an overall happy spirit by implementing that into your meditation, putting that intention into your breath, and putting that intention into your mantra that you repeat throughout your meditation. So this is one of those meditations that they kind of, if you ever have seen anyone meditate and they're kind of mumbling or their lips are moving, it's because they're repeating a mantra to themselves. And a mantra is like kind of an intention or an affirmation. So repeating a short phrase over and over and over again to manifest that feeling and to put that intention into your breath, into your thoughts, and just into your overall being, your life. Type 3 is Kundalini Meditation. This is very popular and actually one of my absolute favorites at the moment. This is an upward meditation. It is the opposite from the one before that. So this one focuses on the rising stream of energy. This is a very breath concentrated type of meditation. They do very intense breathing exercises, breath of fire, lion's breath, things like that. And if you do this properly, when you have that very intense breath pattern, you can almost get to a state of like an altered consciousness. So the best way to describe that, we did a meditation at my studio. We did the Rise of the Phoenix meditation, and some of the girls, as well as myself, almost explain it as like you're tripping. You are almost in an altered state of reality. So you see things, you are walking through things, you're in a scenario in your head, and it is one of the coolest things ever. It's like a movie playing on in your head with yourself, and you take yourself where you want to go. Keep in mind, all of the Kundalini meditations are different, but they are a more intense breath type meditation. Number 4 is a guided visualization meditation. That's a mouthful. Say that 3 times fast. Guided visualization meditation. Guided visualization. This type of meditation is used for spiritual healing, stress relief, and or personal development. It really has you put emphasis on a specific goal that you create for yourself or for that meditation in itself. This one you use visualization, so you imagine yourself in a positive scenario, and the body will release chemicals that generate feelings of positivity. So yeah, really use your imagination in this one, and it'll take you into a whole other world. Number 5 is Gong. This type of meditation improves your posture, your respiration, and the ability to just learn to relax very easily without having to stress out about relaxing, because we all do that. This is one of the oldest forms of meditation. It derives from an ancient Chinese society, which is very cool. And this kind of meditation uses the breath to circulate energy throughout the body and throughout your energy systems, which are your chakras. And I'm actually wearing my chakra necklace right now, so yeah. But if you need to align those babies, maybe try this type of meditation, just maybe. All right, number 6 is called Zazen, and this is a Zen Buddhist practice, and it means a seated meditation. So this type of meditation relies on just self-guidance. This type of meditation is aimed to forget about all judgmental thoughts, ideas, images, anything like that. So to release all of that judgment through your breath. So if you are secretly judging something, you can use this to acknowledge it and then let it go. And number 7 is called Mindfulness Meditation. This came from a Buddhist term named Sati, and that means mindfulness. This is all about really focusing on your breath and being in the present moment. So when thoughts do come up, because they do come up during meditation, it is said, like I said, to acknowledge that thought that comes up, come to terms with it, and then release it. Breathe it out, and then come right back to the present mind. So that is a little bit into the 7 types of meditation. Now that we've gone through the types of meditation, I'm going to give you my tips and tricks for creating a practice for yourself and just loving it. Tip number 1, and these are in no order whatsoever, so they're not in order of importance or anything, but tip number 1 is find a space. You want to find a space that is comfortable, that you can go to at any time and not be bothered by anyone or anything. That is one of the huge parts of meditation. You cannot properly or get into a deep meditation if you have disturbances. So silence your phone, shut your door, get away from your family, get away from your annoying siblings, and just find a place that is just for you. Set up a space for yourself. Get some pillows, get a blanket, get a candle, anything that makes you kind of just calm and okay to focus on breathing and nothing else. Just focus on you, get away all the electronics, and just focus on your meditation. Tip number 2 is set intention. So as you're meditating, set an intention for your practice. This goes for yoga as well, or just when you wake up every morning. Set an intention. What do you want to create? How do you want to feel? Why are you meditating? Are you trying to answer a question? Are you trying to just come back and calm yourself down from a stressful day? Set an intention. I want to feel happy. I want to feel calm. I want to feel like I'm in control of what's going on. Anything like that is a perfect intention. And as you breathe, just remind yourself of that intention. Tip number 3 is patience and to stop worrying. Meditation is one of those things that people get intimidated about because they feel like they're doing it wrong. Thoughts will come up in your head. It is impossible, unless you are like the Buddha and you've reached enlightenment, it is impossible to not have thoughts coming back to your head. Just like in a mindfulness meditation, you want to acknowledge that thought that comes up and come to terms with it and then release it back out into the universe and focus on your breath. One way you can do this is by counting your breath. A lot of the times when I'm teaching, I'll have my students put one hand on their tummy and one right on their chest. And so when they inhale and exhale, they can feel their entire body rise and fall with their breath. It really helps keep them in tune with it. Another thing you can do is mudras. And mudras are basically poses for your hands, to put in short terms. I'll do a whole other video on that. But you see people doing this all the time, and they'll put them on their knees when they're meditating. Put a little bit of pressure when your fingers touch and focus on that pressure. That is another thing you can do to come back to being in the present moment, is just giving yourself that little pressure, and that's the thing that you're focusing on. Number 4 is breathe, and breathe a lot. As you can see, a common theme in meditation is your breath. That's what it's all about. Breathing is really the best medicine. I mean, I have it tattooed on me for a reason. So just don't forget to breathe. Sometimes, especially in like yoga practices, you're so caught up in what you're doing that your breath almost takes the back seat, and you don't want that. So really, really focus on your breath. Tip number 5 is to journal what you experience, especially if you're doing like Kundalini type meditations, or if you just are taken on a journey in your meditation, write about it. Write everything down and just remind yourself of what you went through. You might be getting messages from the universe and you're not totally aware of that, and maybe if you write it down and you come back to it later, you'll be able to spot something. Another reason this is great is you can track your progress. I used to write down how long I would do meditations, and increasingly they would get longer and longer. So it's really cool to track your progress. Tip number 6 is try guided meditations. I have an app on my phone called Insight Timer. I know you're probably not going to be able to see this, but it looks like this. And essentially what it is it's like a whole library of guided meditations, totally for free. So check it out. You guys can add me as a friend. I'll try and leave my link to it in the description, but my name on there is just Taylor from Sarasota. I use this app all the time. For those of you who don't know, I struggle with insomnia, so I do a lot of nighttime sleeping meditations, and they are amazing. So check it out if you need some guided meditations. There's also guided meditations on YouTube, and I'm sure all over the internet. They're everywhere. You just gotta look for them. Tip number 7 is try meditating. That is 8. Tip number 7 is try meditating with objects. So if you also have a hard time really focusing on just being in the present, grab a crystal, or grab a bracelet, or grab a mala, or grab something that you can meditate with. I'll do a whole video on meditating with malas. If you guys want to see it, leave me a comment down below. But meditate with something in your hand and feel that energy, and just feel the pressure of you holding it, and that will really help keep you in the present. Number 8 is practicing regularly. Try and set a scheduled time every day for yourself to meditate, whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 hours, however long you want to meditate. Set a time for yourself and try and come back to it every day around the same time. The more you practice regularly, the more your body will be used to it, and the more you'll look forward to doing it. Tip number 9 is do a body scan when you're meditating, especially when you're right just in the beginning of your meditation and you have to kind of get yourself out of the physical world and into just spirit world. Do a body scan and just notice how your whole body feels. Notice what your head feels like. Feel your hair all over, your shoulders, and just go all the way down your body and do a body scan. That is a perfect way to slow down. The last tip, number 10, is to thank yourself. Gratitude is so important, and sometimes for some of us, especially me, I'm working 3 jobs and I'm a full-time student in college. Finding time to just sit and breathe is hard. You feel like you should be doing 9 million other things, and you know what? Sometimes you should be, but sometimes you need to take that time to just be and tune back into your breath and into your spirit world, and sometimes that is very important. Sometimes that takes priority. So when you feel like you don't have a lot of time in your day, thank yourself for showing up for your practice and for doing that for yourself. Your body really appreciates it, your mind really appreciates it, and the benefits will only increase with the more that you do it. Gratitude, I promise you, it will change your life. You'll just feel better all the time. And who doesn't want that? So that is a little instructional tip video and just a little bit more info about meditation. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any tips and tricks about your personal practice, leave them in the comments below for everyone to see. I'm sure everyone would love to see them, including myself. And make sure you follow all my socials at Taylluna on Instagram. And like I said, I will be posting little snippets on Pinterest so you guys can have these tips with you all the time. So I will leave the links to the post in the description below. Also, make sure you guys go like my page on Facebook at Taylluna. I'll leave the link in the description as well. I am launching a huge project on Friday that I want you to be part of, so make sure you're liking that page so you can get all of the info. The bloopers for this video are gonna be nuts. Make sure you hit that little red subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Become part of our little moon family. Thank you so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back. Namaste. Yes! Another successful video filmed today. Now I gotta go edit this. It's gonna take like 2 hours, but that's okay. We got this. We got this.